Hello, my beautiful collective singles. Elsie here to do a reading for you. I thought I would just drop one for you before the weekend ends. And let's do it. Let's talk about singles energy, whatever that means to you. This is not for your sign. It is for all signs. So it is not time-stamped because it's for everyone's energy. It is a collective reading. All right, here we go. I just picked out some decks and they felt good, so let's go with it. Let's go with it. Tell me about the singles, please. Tell me about the singles collective, please. All right, what do we got? We'll take them. Got one that flipped here. Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. Y'all, I talk about it a lot, and you fight me in the comments. Go ahead, fight me. If you are not in forgiveness and you are harboring resentment against somebody, I don't care if it's your mom, your dad, your baby daddy, your baby mama, I don't care who it is. You are drinking the poison and expecting that they will get sick. It's time to let it go. Yeah, it's going to cloud your vision. And your vision on all things, life in general, not just on that person. Okay, we've got time. You are trying too hard. Give it time. All right. We've got trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. You know, and that's really has impacted my life in terms of weight loss. It's like loving myself for who I was back then, and then I became healthier and healthier and healthier. I'm still on that journey, but it's trusting the self, right? Transformation occurs through acceptance. So when you trust yourself that you know what you're doing and you know the path, don't let anybody else tell you that you don't have the path. It feels like you already know what you're supposed to do. You just have to accept where you are in your current circumstances. And when you accept it, it automatically will transform because you give your notice to the universe like, okay, fine, I'm just going to let it go. And the universe says, okay, you learned the lesson. I'm going to start opening doors. It says, my beloved, it says, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united. For love transcends space and time, nothing is missing. So it feels like there is a separation here. Oh, yeah. Tell me more, please, about the singles. Tell me more. Tell me more about the singles, please. It's time for me to heal now. That can mean you, right? It's time for you to heal now. It says time, right? Remember, it says time. You're going too fast. Yeah, give it time. It's time for you to heal right now. This also could be your person. Take it as it resonates. I know I messed everything up. Could be somebody who's in separation, right? We've got I love you unconditionally. All right. Bottom of the deck, I can't stop thinking about you. So if you are thinking about your person these days, even if you haven't seen them for 5 years, I feel like you're supposed to be thinking about them. Because what we know, what science tells us, is that when there are two identical particles and they are charged in the identical way, then those two, when one vibrates, the other will vibrate. Go look it up on YouTube. You'll see it. And I really do believe it. And science will tell us it doesn't matter how far across the galaxy we are from each other. We will always, always come back together again in vibration. Yeah. All right. Tell me what else the singles need to know, please. We have grief. We have death. Interesting. Okay. We have adversity. I accept the challenges that are the best way to learn. It does feel like there's two people in separation here. Something fell apart. It's creating adversity. There's grief, and because of a death here. And I don't think it's a death of a person. I think it's a death of a relationship, or that we used to be together. Or maybe it's a death of a death of us being together. Like we're no longer seeing each other. We're no longer in this relationship. It says here, grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. It really sounds like there's a lot of lessons going on here. I'm learning that endings are merely new beginnings. Right. And so I feel like the energy I'm getting here is that somebody just decided to let their person go. Oh, we got a bunch of fall colors here, don't we? So I think you just let your person go. I think you just decided it was time. It was time to allow this thing to end if it wanted to end. And if it should find you again in the future, I think that you would be open to it. That's what it feels like here. It feels like somebody feels like they've messed everything up. And they want you to know that there's unconditional love. And, you know, there's so many people out there who are conditional with their love, looking for unconditional love. And unconditional love is I'll leave the gate open. And you go wherever you need to go to find wherever you're going to be the happiest. That's unconditional love. That I'm not going to keep you in the cage because I love you too much to do that. It's kind of beautiful. And somebody here is like, though we're physically apart, you know, I feel like we're always together in spirit. It almost feels like somebody has decided that they're letting go of like a deep soul connection or a twin flame. It's like, go. I want you to go and find what it is that makes you happy, because I can't do this with you anymore. There's grief here. I want to do it so bad, but I can't anymore. Somebody's letting someone go, and it's because of adversity. I think there's been adversity in a relationship. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. And just remember that, you know, that there always is the chance that something will come back around again. If it's meant for you, it will. So it doesn't matter if it passes you by. So when you let the bird out of the cage, if the bird comes back, you know it's yours, and that's manifestation. It's unconditional love as well. If you let that person go and continue to manifest their love and them unconditionally, I feel like that person will come back if they're supposed to. That's a hard lesson, man. It is a hard lesson to let people be who they are. It for sure is. Okay, let's look at some tarot. So I really do feel like you have unconditional love for someone who feels they've really screwed it up. Look at that. There's the Fool. The end of something. What does that bring? Say it with me. It brings the beginning of something. Sure does. It's been a lesson for you. It's been a lesson in growth. And I want to say that while you've been away from this person, that you have grown. And I want to say that sounds a little bit twinny to me, because that's exactly what the twin flame relationship is about. No matter if they're near you or not, it doesn't matter. You two are, if you truly are one soul, whatever you do is going to happen to the other one. That means when you live your best life, happiest, doing the things that you've always wanted to do, living your life to the fullest, that person is going to benefit from that. If you're someone who's healing yourself and you're currently in the struggle, like in a deep, dark hole of struggle, that person, you can bet, is also in a deep, dark hole of struggle. But as you heal yourself, you're healing your twin. It feels like a deep soul connection in separation. Somebody that you want to see again. Okay. We've got the Four of Wands. I don't think you want to give it up. That's the thing. And that's okay. And allowing the door to close, allowing the chapter to end, and taking the karma is worth it. It is worth it. It's something that you will learn. You will learn a karmic lesson. And I think the karmic lesson brings you to here, the Nine of Pentacles, because that's the place where you've really grown in confidence and you continue to grow. I feel as though you realize that going it alone, you're strong enough to go it alone. That's all it is. It's just healing. That's what Charlie just said. It's just healing. How many times have you been hurt? How many times have you healed your way out of that? It's just healing. That's all it is. Close the door. It's just going to take some healing. Losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. And sometimes it's that way, right? Sometimes you don't know what you got until it's gone. Endings are merely new beginnings. All right, where are we going? Okay. Tell me about this person that is in separation from the collective, so the collective might know who we're talking about. There's someone that you haven't spoken with in a while. Feels like it's really quiet. There's a separation of we're out of each other's lives now. We're just sort of on the outside looking in now. It's in lack. The connection is in lack. We've got the Two of Swords because nobody will make a decision. There's a block here. Nobody's making a decision. And we've got the Nine of Swords, and it's worrisome. It feels like somebody here is too stuck to the past to be able to come forward. Ten of Cups. It's so weird. It's like somebody here is the person that you're not speaking with has a block and they are worried. They're at the Nine of Swords. Look, I feel like if you haven't seen them for a while and you feel like you will see them, I think you will. Now, for me, swords are days, and it feels like it might be 10 or 12 days, maybe in the next couple of weeks, it feels like, that you are going to hear from this person. This person knows they screwed it all up. And I feel like they know they screwed it all up, and there's a lot of love here. Look, the Ten of Cups is here. There's a lot of love here. Somebody wants that 10 cups, but they're worried. It's almost like they talk themselves out of it. They're losing sleep. They can't make a decision. They feel locked out of your life. The Eight of Swords, they're up in their head. So this person's living in the Swords life, your person. They're living the Swords life, and you know what? It feels like a bit of grief mixed with the ending here. It feels like somebody wants to be near you, but it almost feels like they're respecting, oh yes, karma. They're respecting your time to heal. You could be dealing with Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, or Leo. That's all the fixed signs of the World card. It's the end of the major arcana. It's the end, right? The complete ending. We close the door. We're not going back. And the reason we're not going back is because these are all fixed signs. And fixed signs, you know, if you are one of those, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, or Leo, that you don't make quick decisions unless you have some crazy fire in the rest of your chart. Then maybe you're making bad decisions. But I want to say that with this World card here, it feels like there's something very permanent. Yeah, the ending, so the beginning can be here. This is all about death and rebirth here. Who are we talking about? Let's find out who we're talking about here. So this person is not speaking with you because they are up in their head. They're worried about how to say what they're going to say. They have not made the decision to come forward yet. Although the 8 and the 2 are here, which is 10. So it feels like there is a cycle that's about to close. Look, we're in as I do this reading, as I drop these cards, we are in that energy of the eclipse and the full moon, right? So it feels like there is something. We keep getting the same message. Endings and beginnings, endings and beginnings. So those of you, some of you, not all of you, it's a general reading, take it as it resonates, but some of you are in this cycle because there is an ending that you've been through or you're going through, and it's going to end up being a new cycle for you, a new chapter. Because the door is closing, it's the eclipse. The door is closing, the full moon is here, and it's time to let something go. And I think as you let it go, you're just able to carry on, right? You're able to move forward with the Fool. And I think in the future, we've got the Four of Wands. I think you're going it alone. For some of you, you're not looking back. You're just going to keep looking forward. So the person who I was talking about, who might be your person, is someone who is a pleasure seeker. Someone who is on a new journey or about to be on a new journey. You know, it really does feel like you're going to hear from this person after you begin your new journey. So you might meet someone new. Got a water sign. So you've got, if you're seeing 2s, or threes, if you're getting a lot of those types of signs, please, first of all, the very first thing you do whenever you see any combination of numbers that you feel is weird, check with your gut. Is that something I'm supposed to know? Also, the second thing is look around you. What are you doing? Who are you thinking about? Where are you? Who are you with? What are you watching on TV? Like, it feels like it's a message that comes in because of whatever it is that you're doing. Because I feel like your person is very psychic, and I feel like you two are connected even though you're apart. So I want to say that if you're thinking about somebody on the loop lately and you haven't been thinking about them for a long while, I think it's because they are thinking about you. We have sixes here. Look, we have twos and threes, right? We have twos and threes, which is 5, and then we have 6. All we're missing is the 4. We have refocus, encouragement, divine nudges. If you're seeing 6s, right, it means something different to the people who are into religion. We have a psychic connection. Yeah, that's what I was getting. So I do feel like this is a really deep soul connection, that somebody here is connected to this other person in a way that they're not connected to anyone else. But I feel like the other person left, like your other person left. And I feel like now they're going through the grieving process. They've realized that they've let you go. And the thing is, I think that what you've realized is that now that you have taken the time, right, to do whatever healing it is you need to do, you trust now in the transformation. And even though you have this beloved that's at a distance, I think that you decide that you're going to have a new beginning. Let's talk about that for a sec. You're courageous. I like it. Let's talk about the Fool. What's the new things coming up for the collective singles, please? So we've got Aries. We've got, as I said, the fixed signs. Tell me more. Tell me about the Fool. It's victory. It's victory after being at the crossroads. It's because of the healing. It feels like you've healed and you no longer need this deep soul connector anymore. You've healed from it, and because you've healed it, the universe is allowing you to close this chapter. It feels like somebody doesn't really care if somebody comes back again. They really don't care. But instead of waiting for that person to come back again, somebody's closing the door on their own, and it's beginning something new here. And it's been a long time. It feels like you waited a very long time to close this chapter. It feels like they left and you waited and you waited and you waited. Yeah, hoping for a long-term relationship. There's a lot of healing that's going on here. What are you healing? You're healing your need to be out partying. You're healing your need to be a glutton. You know, like going out and eating and partying and you know, all that stuff that we do when we're younger, right? It feels like somebody has decided that they're really more about getting some sort of karmic justice in love rather than going out and spending their time doing things that really aren't, you know, creating anything good in their life, really. We've got the Justice card is in the reverse. And it feels like somebody here feels like they've never had justice in love. And that's why you're single. And I feel like in the distance, though, we've got the Four of Wands. Oh, look at that. Okay, look. Your person's coming back. They're coming back for sure. Got the Three of Pentacles. They're coming back for some sort of a partnership, and they're coming back soon, my friend. The Cancer is here. The Star is here. Somebody's hopeful that if they come back, that we can start right where we left off at the Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups is the celebration, and the Four of Wands is halfway to marriage. It feels like somebody is going to come back again. This person who is the beloved is somebody who's going to come back around again for you, I think. And whether or not you take them back, of course, is up to you. But I feel like there is a connection here that is psychic. I feel like you are getting a lot of numbers and synchronicities. You're starting to see a lot of things. And I think that what those numbers are telling you is that you're very courageous. That you're very courageous, and because I feel like you're courageous because you were strong enough to let this go, to not chase it as it walked out the door. Ah, I love it. The Emperor. The Emperor is now officially unburdened. I love it. You could be the Emperor, feminine or masculine. I feel like there is something coming as it pertains to someone that you may be passionate about. This person's very smart. And I feel like you were worried that you would never find passionate love again, but you're wrong. You never saw it coming. The moon is there. So whether you are feminine or masculine, you could be the emperor. The emperor is the one who's in charge. The one who's in charge of the empire. The kings and the queens report to the emperor. So the person who's making all the decisions in their life without having to really check with anybody. That could be you, feminine or masculine. It is masculine leaning for me. All right. I'm going to go. Thank you so much for watching this. I appreciate you. And thank you in all the ways that you've been loving me by being in the comments and giving me the thumbs up. And if you are interested in a private reading, please make sure that you look in the description below. There's a 10% off sale. All my readings, private readings are on sale until midnight on the 31st. So have at it if you're interested in that. Thank you so much for all of those of you who have patronized already. I love you guys. I'm out for now. Bye-bye.